What's up, everybody? I forgot I wanted to add an extra part into this on two of the questions. If we look at 55 again, let me highlight something instead of actually underlining it. Give me 1 second to get it loaded. This part here, it says, what fraction of the budget? Looking for the change of the fraction. There's another interesting thing. Sorry, I'm burping through some of this. Which is that the remaining portion of the budget will be for maintenance. So, if the food stays the same and the medical care stays the same, and the only thing that changes is this 3/8 to 4/8, oh, sorry, 1/3 to 1/8, then that's the only thing we need to worry about. So what we really need to do is compare 1/3 and the 1/8. So if, for instance, we were to do 1/8 minus 1/3, okay, and if we make those common denominators, right, we're going to get 24ths at the bottom. So 1/8 is 3/24ths, right? We multiply the numerator and denominator by 3, and 1/3 is 8/24ths. So I have that backwards, but if we do the absolute value, we get the absolute value of minus 5/24ths. Okay, and that's equal to 5/24ths. That's the difference. That's the difference they're looking for here. Okay, and that's the answer that we got earlier, because we did the 7/24ths. What do we have? That right here. Okay, so it's the same answer. So we could have avoided all these other calculations just by observing exactly what they were asking us to do. In other words, even though we can get the answer by doing all these other calculations here, they're irrelevant. This is really a relevance question as well in terms of concepts and topics. Okay? Another question tended to touch on that, and I meant to say it before, and I started bringing it up, and then didn't complete the notion of it. Let me go back to that, because I pointed out how not to solve it, but I wanted to add on an extra statement about it. So if we come to right here, I had shown the 3 1/3 minus 2 1/3 was 2/3. However, that's the difference between these two. Okay, but if we now add that 2/3 back onto the Saturday date, the 10 2/3, plus the 2/3 difference between the Sunday and the Monday, we get 10 4/3. And that is equal to 11 1/3. Okay, which turned out to be our answer. So again, we didn't necessarily need to go through all these other calculations. If we kind of sometimes sit back and observe what the problem is really asking us to do, we can go through the robotics and follow it from the so-called way you were taught, follow step number 1, style step number 2, style step number 3, step number 4. But sometimes you can just take a different vision of the problems and just give an alternate approach. It's faster, it's more accurate. Well, you're still going to get the right answer, but you don't have to do all these other calculations. Even the checks, when I was talking about doing the checks, and the two examples I just give, the checks are minimal at that point. All right? So I just wanted to add on this extra kind of narrative that it doesn't need to be super complicated. All right? And sometimes if you just sit another second, think the problems through, these things can start leaping out at you. If you're not sure, run an experiment, so that when you finally get the problems like this, you know what to do. All right? Peace.